5 degrees downtown. I win today, which is really, really significant. It is, because I never do. You know what I mean? Barbara usually wins, and, well, either that or the weatherman. And today, for once, I predicted 24 degrees. Well, you know, it's 25, so that officially makes me the winner. Barbara, she went with the weatherman.
I did.
Yeah, you never do that. I even asked her, you know, are you unwell today? But she says, no, everything's good. I'm just going to go with the weatherman for a change. Well, welcome to the winner's circle over here. For a change. It never happens, it really doesn't. It is Wednesday, March the 3rd. I'm really, really elated. I really, really am. But first of all, let me do this. And, yeah.
Galaxy 107fm.
Today I am joined by a young lady that I've known for, well, a little while now, I've got to be honest with you, and we haven't caught up in, well, I said to her a minute, she says a minute and a half, you know, by the way we keep on going, it's going to be about an hour anyway, but it's been a while, it really has, since we've met up with Band Herrick, and I'm just hoping that her and Kerry are keeping well and healthy, and believe me, Donna's looking absolutely splendid right now, she really is, but first of all, for everybody that are watching us live right now on Facebook Live, got to thank you guys for tuning in. It is always a pleasure to have you guys join us. And, you know, today is royalty. It really, really is. Band Herrick is joining us. I am so elated about that. Very, very excited. And Dwayne, nice to have you with us, Dwayne. Thank you for joining us. Believe me, this is fantastic. It really is. But if you don't know about Herrick, listen to this. Here's the Band Herrick and Cry Memphis right here at Galaxy. So how you feeling, Donna? You okay?
Yeah.
We don't need any of that whiskey stuff?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. You might do by the end of this, as you know. You never know. Listen, I've been a good campaign for alcoholics across the world lately.
Yeah, really, Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah, I've been sending people to the bar like crazy. You know, God,
yeah,
I just had an interview with New Zealand. Give me the bottle.
Yeah. How are you guys doing over there, though?
We're not doing too bad. Yeah, we've got. I think we have about 15 either at the border or in the community combined.
15 in the community
15
and about
15
25 at the border.
25 at the border. It was worse than I thought, actually. At one stage there, up until about 2 weeks ago, we didn't have anything.
Yeah, well, that's not bad. You guys are still doing pretty good. Do you have any deaths with the
Not
COVID?
lately.
Or?
I think the total we've had is about 29.
Oh my gosh, you
since
guys are
this
doing
started.
great.
And don't forget, we've got about, how many million?
5 million.
5 million people here in New Zealand. So I think
Yeah,
that's
and you guys,
pretty...
do you have the vaccine yet?
Yes.
Are you guys doing the vaccine?
Yep, we have.
So you guys will be fine.
But we're not rolling it out to the general public just yet. We're just still taking care of first liners, front liners, emergency people, all that. Everybody who needs it first.
Yes.
And to be very honest with you, we were hesitant in taking the virus in the first place, the vaccine in the first place, because we could see other countries
See
needed
you
it
later,
far more than
Dwayne.
we
Have
do.
a nice day.
You know what I'm
Gotta
saying?
run.
Yeah.
Bye.
So we're not greedy. We're patient.
Bye, Dwayne. Have
Yes.
a nice day.
Yeah.
Thank you. For
Well, I
joining
already
us.
had it, so I'm not going to take it at all.
Okay.
Because I already had the virus, so
Okay.
you know, until they tell me that I should or whatever, then
Sure. I get you. But can you
save it
have,
for somebody else.
if you've had it once, can you have it again?
They had 4, I think, all over the world that they think got it again, but they're not even, that's not enough for me to worry about it.
Yeah.
And I'm so young that, if I was older and, geriatric, I'd think, I'd probably get it, but yeah. When I did have it, it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It was like...
Are you trying to tell me something?
No. Well, the... No, I'm not.
She's being nice now.
No, my husband, he actually took his dad and his mother-in-law to get theirs, so they did get theirs, and that's who I think should be getting it first, is all the older people.
Touche, touche, absolutely. Let's go to the desk, Donna. Let's have some fun.
Sure.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 11 away from 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 26 degrees. It's still climbing. Fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. I got to be honest with you though, even here in the office, for Donna's sake, 89.4 Fahrenheit. Just to remind you of what heat's really about, believe me, it's hot in here. It really is.
84 degrees?
84.9, I think. 89.
Lord.
89.4.
Dang, you guys are running hot over there.
In here we are, in this office. You see, we have Kiwi air conditioning here in New Zealand. It's called Open the Bloody Window.
Yes. Well, yeah.
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 Yeah, we don't...
It's like that in the Northwest, too. We don't need central air, but boy, you need it here in the South.
Well, once upon a time, I had a young lady that used to come along and actually fan me while I was doing this, but...
That's called cheap air conditioning, you know? It's like, I just guess I want to fan you.
Yeah, the wife called it cheap something. She did. Thank you. Donna, I got to let you know, 71 countries today and 105 cities around the world are tuned in right now. And it's an absolute pleasure to be able to welcome you on board back again. Gosh, it's been a little while. It really, really has. It is so good to catch up again.
Well, thank you, Grant. It's good to be back. The band has been working hard even through all of the craziness that's been going on. So it's good to take a break and actually get to visit with you guys.
Yeah, believe me, we still want to have you guys come down to New Zealand and play. As you know, we've covered this back in the day, and we haven't changed. We want Herrick here in New Zealand touring as soon as possible. As soon as we can get the borders open, Donna, we would love to have you and Kerry, and of course your drummer. It's only a 3-piece, isn't it?
It's a 4-piece.
It is
it's
a 4-piece. Okay.
Yeah. And, it's fronted by my husband and I, Carrie and I. And we have a drummer. His name's Richie Rivera. And a keyboard player, David Walker, which is also our co-producer and our co-writer.
Okay.
So it has changed. We've changed drummer, and we used to have a guitar player, but now we have a keyboard player. So we've changed it up a little bit, but that's how we are. Okay,
well, you see, I thought I was all that in a bag of chips, to be honest with you, because I got the Bible on Herrick here. I mean,
look at that. It's about 2 inches thick.
Wow. I mean, I've seen people's, I've seen people in court with bigger files than this. I got to be honest with you. But it only has up until Richie. I didn't realise that you actually had an extra member in the band. And nice to know. So bookings for 4, right? Yeah, on the plane when they come over. 4. Yeah, absolutely. And believe me, it's going to be fun having Donna and Kerry and Richie and of course the new member of the band here in New Zealand when we can get you here. Of course we've got to work within the rules though. It's kind of a surreal time right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So,
I'm ready to get back to normal.
I kind of take it that right now you're not doing a lot of shows. So are you doing more writing, more recording right now?
We've never stopped performing shows. We've been doing a lot for, there's a venue here called Puckett's, and they've got like 9 different venues where we just kind of rotated constantly. We're still doing that, and we're adding more dates to our calendar as we speak. So, and then, we're in the studio, we're recording more of our album Sunderland Road it's going to be released this summer. So, the first single is Some Kind of Lonesome that's off that album. And there may be 12 or 13 other songs. That's the way we are. We'll just keep working until we decide, okay, these are it. And we've got Snake Reynolds involved this time. He's an engineer-producer, huge, just amazing a man, and his track record is just phenomenal. So we've got him involved now, and we're actually co-writing with him and recording vocals with him. And so yeah, we're pretty busy. We're very busy, actually. We've never slept.
I am really, really envious, and believe me, up until a couple of weeks ago, we were actually starting to have concerts again, albeit that they were New Zealand artists playing to New Zealand audiences, but still some pretty big legends involved in that, and we were getting up to about 20 to 30,000 at a concert, you know what I mean? Then a couple of weeks ago, well, it all came crashing down yet again, and we're back, we're at level 2 right now. The major city that we have in Auckland is at level 3. Basically that means 100 people if you're lucky. Which I see your cup is disappearing after all there.
Yes, it is.
Keeping an eye on it. I was just wondering about the bottle you have behind you.
I have a Herrick Magic mug that I'm drinking out of, and in it, the logo disappears as it cools. Yes.
And all 5 of us in this room are looking forward to theirs as well, he said.
Yes, because you are going to get them.
Oh, there you go. You heard it. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Mr. Director, Miss Oni. Yep. Okay. We'll run down the list later. Believe me. But Donna, I'm just wondering about the bottle behind you. What's that?
The flicker.
Now you see the question mark above her head. She goes.
Oh, this?
Yeah. You see, I've got.
Oh, that's just my water.
See, I've got X-ray eyes. I can see the bottle right behind you. There
It's
you
my
go.
Puckett's water.
Puckett's water.
Yeah.
I mean, resonate that saying.
If you
Puckett.
if you come into Nashville and you want to get a great Southern meal and you want to hear really good music, Puckett's, that's where you go. And we do a lot of performing for them, and yeah, I was just drinking water.
Okay, now they owe you.
I didn't mean to give them a plug, but I'm glad I got to. So
Yeah, exactly. Now they owe you a crate. You can pick it up anytime you show that to the Puckett's management. There you go. Shout her a crate of Puckett's water for that. Believe me, it's gone around the world right now. Puckett's, go and check out their water. I love that. I really do. Dwayne's had to leave, unfortunately. Never mind. He's got his show to do, and I think he's doing some recording or something like that. So it's nice to have Dwayne Watson join us, even momentarily, coming out of Canada. And you were saying he's a big fan. He really is.
thank you.
Now, Donna, we kicked the show off with Cry Memphis. This is one of my favourite tracks. I've got to be honest with you. I do like this particular track. Tell me a little bit about it. How did you come to the lyrics?
Cry Memphis, I actually started writing that before we even moved to Nashville. And we were still doing Southern gospel music. And I got that line, she walks downtown with a red dress on, late at night with her mind half gone. And I was like, well, that's interesting. It just kind of came to me. And I was like, well, we're doing this gospel music. I can't write this right now. So I just kind of put it away, and we were in a writing session here in Nashville once we'd moved and made the transition, and we're writing with our co-writer David Walker, he's on the keys now, and we're like, let's write this one. And so Carrie and David and Carrie's brother Kevin were all in the writing session, and we finished it that day and laid it down, and it's literally the song that opened a lot of doors for us. We ended up working with Buddy Cannon. He recorded that song on us. That's Kenny Chesney's producer. It's won us our first IMA award, which is Independent Acoustic Award. And it has just done a lot for us. It's opened a lot of doors. It was like the first time that we kind of went, okay, this is our sound. We got this. And we basically just, it's one of those where we discovered we're just going to do what we want to do. And this is what came out.
You know, Donna, I get all of that, and I absolutely, as I say, it's one of my favourite tracks. But the thing I struggle with, and I really have been reading this, that if it wasn't for Kerry, you wouldn't really be singing. You're a natural. I mean, I hear it in your voice all the time. As an engineer, I absolutely love your voice. And believe me, I get it about Kerry, musical family by the sounds of it, going back in the day, especially with his brother and stuff. But I hesitate to hear that you what took you so... This is brilliant.
Well, the first time I started singing, and I was talking to her publicist about this, she wanted to get her story, and she was like, well, what's your story? And I said, well, you know, a lot of people don't know her story. There's a lot more to it than what a lot of people know, but it'll come out eventually. But I was 4 years old. The first time I opened my mouth, my mom she was waylaid, because pretty much what you're hearing right now is what I had when I was like 4 and 5. It kind of reminds me of Tanya Tucker, how when she was little, she would sing and people go, it was the same thing, except for when it would it would just scare me to death. I didn't like the attention. I'm very, believe it or not, I'm a very inverted person. I'm not naturally outgoing. And so it's always been really hard for me to set that aside and, you know, kind of come out of myself and think of others before myself. But when I was 4, my mom, she started recording my voice and and she was like the only one that I would sing for, would be my mom. And it was only because she was like, you do it, you know, and I would listen. But I could not, I was just so shy. I just couldn't get past being shy. But once I met Kerry, he kind of was like, he just made me. He would stick me up on stage at church and say, sing. We're going to sing, you know, sing with us. And I would sing, but you wouldn't hear me. And so after a while, I started getting louder and louder. And I started coming out. But he helped me to, you know, I could lean on him because I was just so scared, you know, of people, basically. But like I said, I was pretty shy.
You know, Donna, I get that. I absolutely understand that. And, well, more so than you might think, actually. And God bless Kerry. Absolutely God bless Kerry for recognising a talent right in front of his face. For me, I sing tenor, or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that can hear me. Honestly, believe me, somebody asked me, put a microphone in front of me one day and says, come on, help me sing.
Yep.
Believe me, I couldn't do it. That's why I'm a DJ. I love and respect the talents that you have and the abilities that you have, something that I personally can't do. You know what I'm saying? And Jean Trent is what? Jean, we just got through chatting. Thanks for tuning in. Absolutely love Jean's work as well. She's just joined us. But honestly, Donna, I am so envious of the talents that you have because, again, something I can't do. And I absolutely love. That's why I became a DJ. That's why I became an engineer. If I couldn't do that, I wanted to be some part of the music industry somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's why
I was just very inverted. And once I got, literally it was, I needed to think about others over myself. I was being selfish. You know, and I know it's a gift from God. I know it is. And I know I'm supposed to be doing, I mean, the one thing I've always been thankful for is that I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know what my calling is. I know what I'm, you know, so many don't. And so I do feel very blessed to know that, you know, because some people don't.
Well, Donna, I got to be honest with you. I'm right there, 110% with you, with Kerry, with the whole Herrick show. Literally, I absolutely love Some Kind of Lonesome. This is your brand spanking new song. We're going to release it now. Tell me all about it, please.
Well, started writing that last year, and And I literally wrote that. Carrie was not there. I was alone. It was about 11 o'clock at night. I know it sounds funny, but it was a dark, stormy, rainy night in Nashville. And the lights went out. The electricity went out, which is not very common to happen here. Usually when they do go out, it comes right back on. And
Wait, hold on. Not so long ago, you had a bloody hurricane go through there.
Nashville? Oh, you mean the tornado?
A tornado, yeah. Something big, twistery, and windy, and
yeah. When that happens, the electricity definitely goes out.
Yeah, exactly.
But usually, just the storms, that doesn't happen, and it did. And I was sitting there, like, well, I might as well write a song. And so I picked up my guitar and I started writing some kind of lonesome. And basically, I was thinking, what would it be like if Carrie wasn't in my life? There's so many people that aren't as lucky as we are to still have their loved ones with them. And so I wrote most of it. I wasn't finished with it. And then David Walker and Carrie, my husband, Band Herrick, we got into a writing session and we finished the song and recorded it. And then COVID broke out and kind of put a stop on everything that we were doing, of course. And my mom ended up coming to visit us. She had an autoimmune disorder, and I was her caregiver for like 4 months during that time. And she ended up getting COVID, and she passed away. And actually, Carrie and I and my mom all got COVID, and she ended up in the hospital. And I feel very blessed that I could be with her. I was with her the whole time. And she passed away. So then the song became something else. It became totally, a different perspective. So now the song to me, is about my mother, about so many that have lost their loved ones during this time, during COVID. I mean, and in general in life, not just during COVID. I mean, there's people that have lost loved ones, they're still aching. It's a hard process to go through, and it's really hard unless you've gone through it yourself to understand.
Donna, first of all, may I say my deepest condolences for your loss. And I know a lot of people say that, but believe me, heartfelt there. Yeah. But I've got to let you know, as an engineer, I think this is a work of art. Now knowing the backstory just makes it that much more. It really does. So right here, live with Band Herrick. Believe me, you love this. You're really going to love this. Here is Some Kind of Lonesome at Galaxy. I really am sorry for your loss, Donna. I have no idea.
Thank you, Grant. It was really hard. There was just it was like a nightmare because it wasn't expected. Mm-hmm. But she had autoimmune disease, and she was on an immune suppressant. So no matter what she would have gotten, it would have, it would have taken her. So, but I just feel really blessed that I got to take care of her during, the end there.
Absolutely. Me, myself, I want to pass away like my grandfather, in his sleep, unlike the passengers in his car at the time.
Yeah. That's why I think everybody's wishes just let me go to sleep.
Yeah, believe me.
I get my train, or something.
Yeah, believe me. I didn't feel very happy for his passengers in his car at the time, though. Oh, yeah. Granddad passed away in his sleep while he was driving.
Was he?
Yeah, kind of.
Are you serious?
No.
No, he's only joking.
Oh, a Grant.
No, I'm not.
I believe every word you say.
Oh, don't do that.
Well, Grant.
Oh, dear. Poor Jean. We've just spoken to a young lady called Jean Trent, and poor Jean first experienced the grant. You know what I mean? And I was telling you, I'm sure you remember about the hoo-hoo grub. The peanut butter bug.
The butter bug?
Yeah, the peanut butter bug. Do you remember that? No? Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll get Barbara to refresh your memory with a video of it. It's something we do here in New Zealand. And I've said to you, we do challenges here in New Zealand. We like to keep things exciting. Well, unfortunately, dear Jean, I feel sorry for her. I do. She's going to go, oh my God, these guys are nuts.
So we're Donna's children today.
Well, you're in an 87-degree room. You're crazy.
The bosses baked my brain. Look at your cup's gone black now. Completely black.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm loving this.
It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we all want one. We all do.
Yeah, I know. They're really awesome. They're our best sellers. And for those of you that are listening online, herricklive.com, you can get your cup.
Again, say it again. Quick. Hold on, we're going to get that one.
Why don't you know you're some kind of lonesome, one hell of a thing, left my heart homeless, you took everything.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and it is an absolute pleasure to catch up with a good friend of mine, Donna Herrick, coming out of the Band Herrick. And Donna, I got to say, I loved the video to this as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was really, Rockwell Visual is the company we used, and we shot that out of Memphis, Tennessee, and we shot it in 3 days, and Rob Rock had the vision for that, and he did a great job. He did a great job, and it's on CMT, you know, it debuted on the Country Network. It's wherever videos are played, so it's everywhere. And our YouTube's
And
channel
now
as well.
it's here at Galaxy as well, and believe me, we're going to play the hell out of it. We really, really are. Well, I got to be honest with you, and I've said this a couple of... I've found this rather surprising, I've got to be honest, is just lately, and I don't know whether COVID or anything's got something to do with it, but our numbers have been increasing exponentially, but we've been playing music and all brand spanking new stuff. We don't tell anybody, and before you know it, our poor receptionist, Sarah, she's getting all flustered because it's tying up the internet like crazy. Everybody wants to know everything about it, what's going on right now. And we couldn't say anything. All we could say is, this is a brand spanking new song from a friend of ours and coming out of Nashville. That's about it. We didn't say anything else. Believe me, within the first couple of days of playing it, and I think we've only had it for a couple of days, it was about 700 requests going, tell us more about it. You know what I mean? So it's making a huge impact with our audio audience. Now, at the same time, our audio audience wants to know, let's just refresh their memory. Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? And how does a fan get hold of you? Do you respond?
herricklive.com. Herrick, Herrick, live, live.com. They can go all that if they go to our website, there's links to everywhere.
You know,
we're on Facebook, Twitter, everything.
That's brilliant, because I think you said it too fast before and nobody had their pens out. So for those of you that are going to be watching this later on too, by the way, you know what to do, right? You do, yes. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell, notifications later on. That's on YouTube. Brilliant. And believe me, you're going to love this as well, because Donna, will you come back again? And thank you so much for releasing this to a global audience with us here in New Zealand. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to do so. Will you come back again and release more new music with us?
Sure. Sunderland Road's out this summer, so once that's out, we'll come back and share the album with you.
And this time, let's say we bring Kerry and get him involved as well.
Yes.
By the way,
didn't make it this time. I'm like, dang it. But yeah.
Now, by the way, at the same time, although for us it's the 3rd of March here, the 3rd month of the year, is it too late to say Happy New Year?
No, No, not at all. You too.
I don't think it's ever too late to say Happy New Year,
No,
do
it's
you?
not true. I haven't seen you yet, so yeah.
Exactly. So, Donna, we're hoping that you and your loved ones, including the lovely little babies that you have right now, are all safe and healthy and happy and staying away from the COVID thing again. You've done that. Don't do it again. Apparently,
Yeah,
it's
we've
not
already
nice.
been there, done that. We don't need to do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't do that again. But please stay healthy and happy. Keep writing and keep recording because we would love to have you back again releasing new music. Will you do that?
Definitely will. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, Grant.
And Philly D is watching. Philly, unfortunately, we're coming to the end of the interview right now, but thank you for tuning in. Maybe a little later on, you can go over to YouTube and have a look there. Believe me, Barbara will make a movie out of it. And yeah, absolutely stunning. But thank you from us here at Galaxy for everybody tuning in. And don't forget, thumb bell, you know what I'm talking about over on YouTube. Yeah, get those notifications because we have important people like Donna Herrick joining us. And it's an absolute pleasure to have you, Donna, with us. And we would love you to come back again. And don't forget about the vegan sausage joke.
Okay, and if you want to know more about the band, head on over to herricklive.com.
There you go. And yeah, do that. You can download a book. You know, honestly, Donna, I got to commend you. I really do, because most people, I might get a page, half a page sometimes, and I've got to wing it from that, or maybe a page and a half at most.
Where did you get that? Oh, that must have been from our publicist, yes.
Well, whoever did it did a hell of a good job. Very informative. It really is very informative. And I got to say, congratulations.
I'm telling you, we have more of a story than that, Grant. It's just there's so much to tell. So.
Oh, tell me about that. Believe me, I know exactly what you mean. It's hard to put life experiences into a couple of pages, isn't it?
It is very hard, yes.
Yeah, and believe me, you go, but you didn't tell them about that, you didn't tell them about that, and what about this one? Yeah, believe me, I know. I get it. I do. Anyway, we better wrap this up. Don't go anywhere just yet, Donna, because we've got a couple of things we're going to do. Thank you, Philly. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Dwayne, and everybody else for joining us on YouTube. Catch you over there in the other side. But in the meantime, let's go out with, well, time for music. Paradise, Phoebe Gates.